I'll throw in an honourable mention for a game that's very the sweeper. So, in terms of a memorable title race, it's maybe not quite on topic, but it's very close. Was 2002 in Madagascar, and there was a 4-team round robin to decide who was going to be national champions. And in the first game, I believe, there were some really controversial refereeing decisions. There were two teams who were basically going for it. They were the favourites. It was AS Adema and Stade L'Emyrne, and they were fighting it out for this title. And there were really controversial decisions in the first game. And so the Emrin players who were the victims of those decisions decided to go out and throw the next game by way of protest, which would actually basically give the title to this other team, to AS Adema. And they did it by conceding 149 own goals.
Wow.
Yeah, they just followed it through to its logical conclusion. They just kept belting the ball into their own goal. But the amazing thing really is that they saw it through. They managed to get the ball in there 149 times. And it's just an amazing story because the opposition players at the time didn't really understand what was going on for a while. And after a certain point, the opposition players even tried to stop them scoring own goals, which was a really weird, because they kind of couldn't understand what was going on or why they were doing it. But it is still, I think, recognised by the Guinness Book of Records as the biggest ever defeat. But it is technically a sort of title playoff that went awry.
It's a bit difficult for the opposition team to stop them doing that, though, because by the rules of the game, you have to start in your own half. So if somebody takes a kickoff and just whacks it back to their goalkeeper, they're just facing this mad sprint to get towards the goalkeeper. That's such a weird story, that one. But I do remember that scoreline, that 149-0, and I also think that is very on brand for us to casually throw in a story from. Sorry, was that Madagascar or Mozambique?
That's Madagascar, yeah, Madagascar, and yeah, absolutely amazing. And if you ever read up about this, some of the players who conceded the goals as a protest, especially the captain, Mamisoa Razafindrakoto, it's not an easy name to say. A lot of them aren't in Madagascar. Actually, became kind of heroes for it. It was sort of seen as standing up against the injustices of the refereeing decision. So they didn't actually get vilified so much. I think on the day, the fans were not delighted, but and there were bans and there were all sorts of things happen afterwards. But I think in a way, it was sort of seen as like they were standing up against corruption in the league. So it's a really interesting one. Yeah.